Speaking of internal drama, it's not just our side currently at the moment. It's massive on the lib side of the aisle, and it's been going on at a much greater length and a much higher level than I think anything that we've seen. Libs are at each other's throats on how to regain the confidence of the American people. I wish for their failure, but you never know. Maybe they'll pull it together. Part of the people that are trying to pull it together are libs that I happen to disagree with, you probably happen to disagree with as well, but at least are honest and fair in their assessments. And then there's the other libs that just lie about everything. Well, two of those people clash. Charlamagne the God, maybe you don't like him. I at least think that he's trying to be fair. He's kind of like a Bill Maher type of person. And then Eric Swalwell, who is just a degenerate liar. The Congressman Fang Fang, as I affectionately call him sometimes. Watch this back and forth and then clip from the show that they had. Let's bring Stephen Gardner back in, our guest for today. Stephen, I want to play you this clip from Charlamagne the God and Eric Swalwell, and then what Charlamagne said after that interview on a podcast. Watch this.
I just finished reading the original sin. So when I hear you talk, I'm like, well, what was the Democrats' excuse when they chose to be accomplices in the cover-up of Biden's physical and mental decline? It's the same thing. Y'all did the same. Y'all got on television and pretended to act like everything was fine, knowing behind the scenes he was not the one.
Well, I don't think many of us were behind the scenes, to be
that.
honest. I mean, I didn't spend much time with President Biden behind the scenes. I wasn't.
I didn't spend no time with him at all.
Yeah.
But
and you saw. I get it.
I seen it immediately.
You know what I mean? You had your two eyes. I got it. I got it.
Anybody that wants to be the future of the party has to throw the Biden shit under the bus. Now, Eric and all of these guys will be like, well, we didn't know. You got to cut it the out.
Isn't it your job to know? Aren't you journalists? Aren't you the
you're
media?
actually around him.
Stephen, I think the biggest contention is, okay, well, if you didn't know, how did I know? I am not a congressman. I am not of the president's party, and I and everyone around me knew. How did that happen? And what are your thoughts here on kind of the semi-honest libs versus the crazy just lying their pants off libs?
I mean, I like Charlamagne the God. He and I agree on very little, but I appreciate his authenticity and his truthfulness. He just said it right there. If you want to be a future part of this party, you've got to tell the truth. You can't keep being a part of the cover-up. I've been saying that Biden was cognitively declined since the summer of 2020. Eric Swalwell has continued to pretend that he was a mental gymnastic, that he was a genius, that he was, Elon Musk was sitting at his feet receiving wisdom, right? Like pearls of wisdom were dripping out of his mouth. It was just the opposite of that. And so I think Charlamagne and his co-host are saying, listen, if you're this intelligent member of Congress with all this inside information, how did somebody like me see that you guys were lying, that this guy was mentally deficient? That's a really big deal. So I say kudos to him for calling this guy out and telling the truth.
Charlamagne at the beginning of that clip said he just finished Original Sin. Do you buy that? Do you think he actually read the entire book? I'm just curious of your opinion.
So he may have had an assistant read it and highlight the major parts and then hand that over to him. That is something that I know some people do. But I mean, he could also just be watching Jake Tapper make a fool of himself going around saying, even I didn't see it. Like, you guys were part of the cover-up. How did you not see it? So on the one hand, they either have to look stupid or they have to lie. And it looks like they prefer to lean into looking stupid instead of being called a liar. But I mean, Charlamagne the God, this is the same person that Joe Biden said, if you don't vote Democrat, then you ain't black. Like, what does my skin color have to do with participating in lying? So it's disrespectful. Kudos to Charlamagne for calling Eric Swalwell to the carpet.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts on how I would like the libs to proceed. And part of that, though, is elevating the dumber in their party to the highest levels. The more we get Eric Swalwell, Jasmine Crockett, AOC to just talk, the easier it makes our job of convincing people that conservative values is the way to go. So I don't know. Good. Keep trying, Eric. You'll get there eventually.